Hi everyone, quick video to show you the new hubs. Well, the BE.Ev hub is new, but the Alnwick hub has been there for multiple years. And I just thought I'd show you the Castle Gardens as well. So I've had a day off, so I've just enjoyed myself at the Alnwick Castle Gardens. But while I was going there, I thought, well, why not show everyone the Alnwick hubs and the BE.Ev, I spelled that wrong, whoops, hubs in Alnwick, and just show you what the EV infrastructure is there and how easy it is to use, particularly with an Octopus Electrobus card. So let's go on and show you where they are first. So yeah, this is the A1M, Alnwick's down in Northumberland, north of Morpeth and Newcastle, but south of the border with Scotland. The star shows you where the castle car park is. You can either go past this main Alnwick, what would you call them? Not interchange. Junction. This main Alnwick junction down here in the south, where the EV charging hubs are. The Ionity at the south end and the BE.Ev at the north end in a shopping centre car park. But you can also drive past and take this Denwick exit and come off here, and then come down the castle grounds if you want to avoid all the traffic on the way in, which can be a little substantial. So that's that, and I will see you on the road showing you my new camera as well.
Right then everyone, so now we're set up with the kind of dash cam or suction cup of the Osmo Action 5 in the car. So hopefully this will, provide some in-car shots, but also I can adjust the camera in order to do a forward-facing view as well. So that's quite handy, and hopefully we're picking up great audio as well as the quality being higher because it can do 4K shots, which is great. And also I don't need to reach over for the camera to control when it goes on and off and does shots. I can use my phone down here and press start and stop, etc., which is quite handy. And I just think it's working out really well. I think the quality is really good. So let me know what you think below, and if it makes later we'll pop it onto the selfie stick, and we'll see if it helps do shots of the filming areas well as well. This thing won't be useful for the car because it won't really stay upright or anything or provide any sort of image stabilization, because it's okay, but it's just simply not going to be stable as the sort of car drives around and stuff like that. So this has got a limited utility as a small tripod really, and it's certainly not something that you could set up on the floor, for example, and be useful unless you've got a huge box or something. So let me know if you've got one of these, or how you would use it, etc. All right, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you. Bye. Hi there everyone, so this is the first time I'm using it for sort of in driving footage. Actually it's really difficult to get this to connect based on where the grippers are and things on my windscreen, on my dash, anyway other than being upside down. So that's one of the challenges with this. I'll have to sort of think about working out, and if the editing software can or will flip it, or whether that just means that any sort of in-car footage facing forward will always be upside down, which is clearly not great because I've only got free editing software. But actually DJI provides you with some editing software, so perhaps the DJI equipment and editing software will just be a lot better than what I've been using. So I've been using Clipchamp, which is a free thing with Microsoft. You can pay for a premium version, but it seems to have more animations or more text styles or more sounds or other videos you can mix in, but doesn't really seem to have any stronger editing capabilities other than that. Although it does have like auto AI, cut out your ums and ahs and your oos and your so's, which I'm terrible at doing. And it does tell me that my speech is quite good at a good rapid pace, and I'm not too slow, but it does tell me I'm terrifically boring, and it says that I've got a very monotonous voice and that I don't go up or exclaim enough or put enough enthusiasm into my speech. So apparently that's something I'm gonna have to work on if I want this to be any better. Okay, but this is rather dull, just me driving around Whitley Bay / Monkshaven. So you can rate my driving, and I can send this in as an angry dashcam video or something. But yeah, I don't know how much of this solar stuff I'll use, but you know, some people do turn this on for as they drive into the chargers, which I think might be useful because it'll kind of give you an idea of where the charger is, where you need to turn when you're coming in, what step you're going to have to do to come off the motorway, etc. So yeah, let's head up to Alnwick Ionity, because I just want to highlight how cheap Ionity can be, and they've got a bit of a new pricing structure if you're using the app, so I'll talk about that as well. But I'll show you the 6 chargers at Alnwick, as well as we'll just do a bit of footage at Alnwick Castle Gardens, because it's my day off and I kind of want to go see them anyway, see the cherry blossoms. Okay, I'll check you the next one, guys. Bye. Hi everyone, so we're back in action, and this is just us on the A1M, finally kind of up to speed after we've gotten out of North Tyneside. I think our average speed is only something like 40 miles an hour, but yeah, we're finally driving 70 and just gone past Morpeth, so we'll be in Alnwick in just 25 minutes. What I thought I'd do is park up just outside Ionity. I'll come off the A1M and I'll just show you, when I'm safely parked, what the status is like on the chargers, and we'll see how reliable the Kona's sat-nav is for charger status, because it does display whether the chargers are available, in use, out of action, and it's just good to highlight the car's capabilities for kind of like journey planning anyway. So if you knew you were short of charge for, I don't know, going to Edinburgh, would the car be able to accurately predict, oh, just stop at Ionity, you've got a membership there, you can get it really cheap, well, you know that, but just whether the car knows that actually, are those 6 chargers available at Ionity and do they work? So that's something we'll explore further up on the trip. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Right, hi everyone, we're just arriving at the Alnwick turn off, so I'm going to come off and I'm going to show you where to drive, and then I'll park up away from the charger just to show you if the availability is correct, because my sat-nav and mapping app has the availability of the chargers, which says 3, and so we'll just see when we get there, is that quite right? But I'm not going to pick up the camera and show you on the screen right now. So we've come off, don't ask me what junction it is, but it's the Alnwick junction, and we're just going to turn right here. And ignore all the sort of tourist signs. Ooh, they're doing some work here, I wonder what's going on. And then we go up the hill right here, up to this pub, and McDonald's. I think there's a McDonald's here as well. We'll double check. Not the best junction in the world, not the worst. And then I'll just show you what the crack is with the Hyundai sat-nav, because basically you don't need to plan this stuff anymore. Your car's sat-nav, mine, I've updated the maps myself, and the charger, the information about the chargers just gets better and better. So to Ionity, you just go straight on here, but we'll just pull into the pub car park quickly on the right here, and I'll just show you the availability, because I certainly don't want to be encouraging you to mess about with handheld cameras while you're driving, so we might as well do it safely, haven't we? So we'll just pull in here and park up. Great, there we go. Right, so let's get the camera off its hinge. Here we go, great. Right, smashing. So this is the Hyundai sat-nav screen, which is quite good. So let's click on the Alnwick charger, which is just here, and as you can see it says 3 out of 6 are available. So let's just drive up round the corner and see what the crack is, and if that's true, and if that's because 3 are in use, or is it because 3 are broken. Let's go check. Because quite often you're told to like have a mapping app like ZapMap or Octopus Electroverse and sort of have a passenger checklist, but sometimes you're in those apps, or you can even pay for ZapMap and get it on your your Android Auto, where it sort of runs off your screen. So we've got some nice cars here today, and so actually 4 are in use. Maybe one is not plugged in or charging anymore, but isn't available. So rather than 4, 3 available, there's only 2. But yeah, okay. So quite often you're told that you need a charging mapping app. I don't know, like a Better Route Planner or a Zap Map or Octopus Electroverse to sort of for your passenger to fiddle with, or for you to use via Android Auto or Apple CarPlay on your car screen to tell you availabilities for these things. But I'm not sure that's 100% necessary. Anyway, while we're here, I guess we can talk about Ionity. So Ionity are really expanding. They were one of the initial sort of pioneers for EV charging. I'll just turn the car off. But then they went on a bit of a siesta while they had all these expansion plans planned but not enacted. And they finally got their act together and put loads more in. This is one of the originals, however, so I'll just show you how they're getting on here at this old Alnwick one, and we'll start a charge, eh? But yeah, where's the old selfie stick? We'll see how we go. Okay, right, so let's get that connected, and we'll turn off for now. Right then, so here we are at Alnwick Ionity, and we've got a few nice cars. We've got an EQC, we've got a Volvo EX30 and a Porsche Taycan, and this one over here is a BMW i4, I believe. But yeah, let's show you how to get these working. So tap to start, and so without a direct payment, you're just going to get this at 74p a kilowatt hour. But if you're paying through Octopus Electroverse, you get a little discount. So here is the RFID code section. So just pop your card on there. It says payment authorized, so we're ready to go. So now it should let us take this out, and we'll just see if it works. Now these things are a bit heavy, but we'll just show you plugging in. Right, and then one of the tips is to lift up your charging port a little bit, and that'll just help the communications pins get clicked in so you can see them working. But yeah, so I think that was quite good, and the other ones seem to be working. Have we started now? Look, it's preparing to charge, so it's just shorting itself out. And you might even hear some of the connectors going in a second. So sometimes I feel like locking the car helps, because I think that locks the pin in or something. So that's something that I do every now and again to make sure that they're working. Let's talk money. So 74p a kilowatt hour, that's quite a lot, and it's more expensive than petrol, no matter how efficient your car is, I would say. But if you just get the Ionity app, they've now reduced that price to 71p. Every little helps. But if you're using Octopus Electroverse, you get an 8% discount, so that's taking it to 68p. Still not great, but not terrible. But if you get one of the Ionity passports, which you can see here, and you can click on this QR code, if you pay a $5.50 a month, you can reduce it to 52p. So that's 21p saving, and you can easily work out how much kilowatt hours you need to charge to make that worth it. And if you pay $10.50 a month, then you can reduce that to what is it? It is 43p. This one, forgetting, but it's right there, and so that makes it really affordable and cheaper than petrol. It's about 10 or 11p a mile. At least on my Kona today, I've done over 4 miles a kilowatt hour, driving at 70 on the A1M, so that's not a problem. And there you go. Right, so I don't really need to charge. I'm just sort of plugging in to show you how easy it is, especially with an Octopus Electroverse card. So I would really get yourself one of these. I think they're fantastic. And I'll pop up my referral code up there in the screen. You can get a card for free. The discounts are only if you've got Octopus Intelligent or Octopus Go, but it's just very easy to use. They can use these all over Europe for loads of different brands of chargers. Do check that they are the cheapest way to pay though. So I know that this is the cheapest way to pay without subscription. But around Europe, sometimes they do take a cut sometimes, or different operators aren't prepared to give them a discount, etc. But yeah, this is let's take a look around the station here. So if you were stopping and wanting to do something else, then you've got McDonald's right over here. So can I zoom in? Yeah, right, so I haven't worked out how to use this camera yet, really, so apologise if it's not very good. But yeah, you've got a McDonald's over there. I don't know if it's 24 hours or not, but yeah, you've got a gas station as well. What is a BP garage? So that'll help a little bit. Right, so let's zoom back out. And yeah, you've got 6 chargers. So you've got 4 over here. And you've got the 2 over there. So I'll blur out everyone's number plates and things so no one feels that it's invading their privacy and stuff. But yeah, that's great. So you can trust your sat nav that you've got availability, that these things are going to work. Now, you're supposed to have a card reader at all of these, but I honestly don't want to retrofit one on each one because that obviously would cost a lot of money. So what they've done is they've gone and put one over here. So I'll have to zoom in again for you. Hold, zoom in. So over here behind the Volvo, or behind the Porsche, is where the card machine is. So you can see it just there. So that's something that to watch out for. So not every one of these will have a card machine meter, even though that's the law these days, that a station has got to have them and you've got to be able to pay by card, but they didn't want to put one on each one because they cost a lot of money, apparently. Didn't know that, but they do. Right, so let's go to the Alnwick Gardens anyway, Alnwick Castle Gardens, and I'll show you some of the cherry blossoms because they're absolutely beautiful. Alright, see you in the next one, bye. Hey guys, so yeah, we're just pulling into Alnwick Town Centre, so you'd go further in on the left-hand lane to actually get there, but we're turning off right down to the Castle Gardens. There are car parks further on in there, but we're going to use the Castle Gardens official car park. So let's just nip through traffic here and down the hill, and you start to see some of the cherry blossoms. So these aren't in the castle grounds, but they're just at the side of the road, but they look dead pretty. And this is what we've come to see. So we're not far from it now, and there's much more at the Castle Gardens to see. You can actually go in the castle, you can just go in the Castle Gardens, which is what I'm going to do, but they have built this new thing called Lily Dorai, which is like some sort of kids adventure playground, which is good but can get really busy. So hopefully that's where all the kids are going, and then I'll have a nice non-busy place to go in the Castle Gardens, but perhaps the car park gets really busy during the summer, I would imagine. So yeah, we're just going to pull in. So that's the pedestrian exit that we've just gone past on the right, but you can't pull in there, you've got to go round. And actually you don't have to, if the traffic's really bad, you don't have to go through Alnwick the way I've come. You could go on to the next junction and then come up this road and turn left in here, past the tip. And usually that's the way the sat nav tells me to go, except not if I pull in to get the charger. So yeah, here they're going to charge me for parking. So we're just going to pull up to these guys. And they're always dead nice and friendly. And if you've got a year's membership, they do give it to you for free. The parking's free if you've got a year's membership. And there's no EV charging in here, and there's no solar panels or anything like that. And it looks like they direct camper vans into a different part of the car park. Right, so we'll just pull up now, and they've got contactless payments, so you don't have to worry about having cash with you. Hi buddy, hi. Yes.
It's $3.50 for your parking.
Smashing.
Yeah, we'll go. That's for the whole day.
If you get a membership, do you get your parking back?
You can do, yeah.
Perfect,
Yeah.
great.
So it's your first left, miss.
Thank you very much, cheers then.
No one will see you later.
Oh wow, so yeah, it must be really busy because these are never plugged in. Ooh, look, there is EV charging here. They look like they've got some Rolex EV charging, so yeah, we can check that out there on the left. I'll just drive carefully, make sure I don't run no one down. And as per usual, the car park designers never actually think about putting any pedestrian walkways in. It bloody gets my goat up. The last thing I want to do when I'm walking is like the threat of being run over all the time. Especially when you've got kids or whatever, you know, you just want stress-free walkways, don't you? Rather than having to walk past where other people are driving in. Never trust other people's driving. I'm going to have to reverse in, right where these people's kids want to walk. Right, so that's it anyway, so we'll stop. And so there are walkways, of course, but this is another bugbear of mine. Let me know if you share this one or whether I'm just being grumpy. But look, so you can absolutely walk. They do build paths, it's just that everyone overhangs their car over it, so you can't get, you know, a wheelchair, or you can't hold hands with your toddler as you're walking, etc., because everyone wants to get the car as much out of the way of anyone else scratching it as possible. But yeah, they don't think about the fact that it'd be nice to not have to walk in the middle of the road, because yeah, personally I find that super bloody annoying. So we're almost up at the EV chargers. They should be just down here, so we'll take a look at those. I haven't seen those on the mapping app. They weren't on Octopus Electroverse, but perhaps they are on ZapMap. Don't know, didn't check. So I tend to use Octopus much more than I tend to use ZapMap. But we've got a red light on these ones, so that possibly means that they're broken, which is a bit frustrating. Ooh, is this an EV9? Not an EV9. Ooh, it's a Hyundai. It was a Santa Fe. Sorry, I thought it was an EV, but it's a big honking petrol car. Never mind, we'll ignore that. But yeah, people are plugged in and people are using them, but you just got one that's broken. So yeah, they've got cones to tell you it's broken. But yeah, you've got 7.2 kilowatts, and yeah, so the red light means it's broken, but the other ones appear to be working, which is nice, and everyone appears to be using them. So I think I use these for work, EV Charge Online. They're quite good, so it's nice that they've got, I don't know what, they've got 6. They've got 6 and 5 are in use, so that's great. Glad people can use them if they're coming from far away, but you know, unless they're free, I wouldn't be using them, because they're no doubt much more expensive than your 7p overnight tariffs. So yeah, I basically never use destination charging unless it's beyond the range of my car, or at least beyond half the range of your car, because yeah, you don't want to be paying more than you pay at home. Ooh, look at this, a nice i5. Don't know if you've ever seen an i5 out and about. I've seen a couple, but yeah, it's an amazing, the colour's a bit dull, but yeah, what a nice EV. You can tell it's like performance, can't you, from the brakes and the alloys and things like that. But yeah, it's amazing. Looks great. And they've got kids' seats in the back, so it's clearly a big enough family car. Let's see if we can see any other EVs in the car park. We've got a new Kona, a 2024 Kona. They're a bit bigger than mine. They've grown a bit. All cars tend to bloat with each generation, don't they? But it's grown a bit. It looks a bit more like a Tucson, but you know, my stepmom's got the petrol version. Don't know why. She paid more on Motability for the what do they call it? The little bump up fee, the little advance fee. They call it advance fee. Yeah. So basically, if your mobility fund or your PIP doesn't cover the car, you have to pay a bit of a top up at the beginning. Anyway, run out of pavement. Let's go back on the pavement. So yeah, they got a bit bigger, which is more useful. I mean, like the Kia Niro had a bigger boot than the Kona, and everyone thought, oh, the Kona's a bit less popular, sold a bit less because the boot wasn't quite big enough. So having a bigger boot is great, fits her wheelchair in, suits her amazing. But the only long distance drive she ever does is from where they live in Lytham St Anne's in Blackpool to back to Yorkshire, where my stepsister lives, and that's it's only 100 miles. I've never had my 64 kilowatt hour Kona do less than 200 miles on a charge, so she could always get there and get back without having to charge. But I don't know, her and my dad are a bit scared of going electric. My dad didn't get his company car as electric. He got a plug-in hybrid Golf, but doesn't plug it in just for the BIK rate changes. Well, actually, he does plug it in at work because it's free, but he hasn't got himself a home charger, hence is just using the grain chargers when we go over there. Ooh, I think I've spotted an Aria down here. So yeah, we're about to walk in to the gardens, just as someone pulls into the wrong way in a VW camper, thinking that this was a shortcut into the car park, but never mind. But yeah, this is a great tourist attraction, actually. I really recommend you coming. Particularly, this is 15th of April, particularly for the cherry blossom. So yeah, this is what we're going to see. You see the deadly plants like tobacco and marijuana and all the other ones, and deadly nightshade and stuff. And you can see that this is what I'm going for. And we'll zoom back in. I'll turn off now, and we'll zoom back into when we're inside. But yeah, there's a nice Nissan Ariya over here. If you want to see learn anything more about the Nissan Ariya, then I've got a channel recommendation for you. It's the Rambly channel, so go see him. I think he initially did a lot of running, but then he got interested in heat pumps and solar panels and EVs, and there you go. And has hey, I just got beeped at by a friend who was just stopping at the traffic lights as I was walking over, so I'm going to stop here and wait for her. But I thought I'd show you just some of the other attractions here at Alnwick Gardens. So let's turn around. And so this is the Treehouse restaurant, and so there's famously for me, there's just this excellent Google reviews of the Treehouse, and basically there's some on the little walkway as you go in, there's some fairy lights which were sort of only come on in the evening, etc. So someone actually literally complained about that the lights weren't very bright because the sun was still up when they went, and that, you know, could they improve this for next time? Because obviously they show up a lot better and they look a lot more magical when there is actually less sunlight about. They look better in the evening, and so their complaint to the manager was, please turn the sun down earlier. Made me laugh anyway. Just a bit like when people go to like there's some great Google Maps reviews of I don't know, what's the place in Wales? Snowdon or Scafell or Ben Nevis, and they go, oh, Wi-Fi's terrible. It makes me laugh anyway. But yeah, I think Lily Dorai is down and back here. So I think you pay, you go in this way. This is the disabled car park rather than the main one, and then you go in through the main entrance. So yeah, anyway, we'll jump into the Castle Gardens, and I'll say hello to my friends. See you later. Hey there everyone, so we're just about getting to the largest cherry blossom plantation in the world, bigger than anything in Japan apparently. And you've got these beautiful daffodils and fritilla as well. It's absolutely stunning. And as you can see, they've got all these beautiful chairs you can go on to sort of relax and chill out in the blossom. And the kids love this when we brought them. But this is my day off from work. Now, how you're supposed to enjoy it is this meandering snake's path through it all. But of course, people are impatient, so they take these shortcuts. But why do you come if you don't want to go the long way and enjoy the cherry blossom? What are you doing? Which is, you know, you didn't have to come. Why skip past it all? I don't get people, but there you go. So yeah, just look at it. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, this was a huge part of me recovering after depression, was coming here and enjoying the cherry blossom. So it's got extra special meaning for me. So I like to come every year, and it was pretty magic taking the kids for the first time and them seeing it and swinging on the chairs together and stuff. It was amazing. So I really love this place. So let's just go enjoy one of the swings. Yeah, I think this is fabulous. Right, let's try this one right by the path. I think actually perhaps being right up in the action might be even better. But this is just stunning. Very peaceful. And hopefully this comes out really well in the 4K. I'll have to check that the DJI app has editing ability at 4K, because the Clipchamp software I use doesn't. It's only at 1080p. But yeah, this is really good. Right, well, I'm just going to enjoy it for a minute, and I'll see you later. Perhaps I'll show you some of the fountains when they're on later. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. So yes, apparently it's the largest collection of cherry blossom trees in the world. I think there's like 90 or 100 that they've planted. Must be 15, 20 years ago now. Might even have been the 25th or the 20th anniversary. So yeah, you can see how everything's really matured and how these just keep growing and growing. Now the timing's difficult because you've got to get here when the daffodils are still going, as well as the cherry blossom just coming up. So they do have a webcam for when the blossom's coming for you to check out. So yeah, do keep an eye out for that. And let's just check out the front view as well. Yeah, because it's absolutely brilliant, and it's a nice warm day as well. Can't complain about this. Well, hopefully the fountain's about to start. You can see it's at the top, but I haven't seen it go off at all yet. So I guess we'll see. Is it going to develop? It usually sort of cascades down the hill and it looks absolutely fantastic from top or bottom. So we'll see. And I'm just the top of the garden, right by the walled garden where there's loads of like spring bulbs and things, and it's great in summer, especially as there's loads of like raspberries and strawberries and things you can pick and eat, which is great. So it looks like it's not going to come on today, but yeah, you still hear the roar of the cascading water as it comes down. Absolutely superb. And here, this middle walkway is where often you can like run and get wet, as some of the large fountains shoot over the walkway, which is like fabulous. So yeah, I'd still really recommend it if it's even if the fountain's not on. And so the view from the bottom is spectacular, and it's where it ends with all the large fountains down there. So yeah, absolutely fabulous. Enjoying my trip. Right, so now we have the fountain up and running. It's the first time I've seen it all day. So let's have a little look. Zoom in a bit. Not bothered about having kids in it. So everyone up there is going to get splashed very shortly, I think. It's going to start cascading over the walkway. With any luck. There you go. Fab. And this is at 1/2 so maybe it's like on the hour and at 1/2. Once it's gone a few times, I think it's going to start at the bottom. Here we go. Fabulous. So I think we've missed a lot of it at the top, but never mind. Yeah, some of the kids up there look really quite wet. But on a warmer day, it's amazing. You dry off easy and you're not cold, so it's nice. Although the water does stink a bit, chlorine-y. I can't remember, but it might end with everything turning back on as well for one final flourish. And we're done. Yeah, I don't know if you have a final flourish or not. I'll just wait a few minutes. I think we might be done. But yeah, fab. Glad we caught that. Something I totally didn't realise was that the magnetic and clip attachments are both on the top and the side, so actually it's really easy, and it's got a nice little hinge that means I can just swing it round and then tighten the hinge to keep it there. So actually it's really easy to use as kind of a dash cam and as a talking apparatus. So yeah, really impressed, really nice little trip to Alnwick. I'm not staying that long because I'm on my own. I don't know how much of a lone person I am. Much rather have a family with us, but it's a nice day off while the kids are at grandma's. So I might as well make the most of it. And I realised that there's a BE.Ev charging hub as well, just around the corner. So we'll go there and we'll see that too. So yeah, I'd really recommend Alnwick Gardens and the Alnwick Ionity. I figured out what the issue was. A car had just arrived. So it said only that 3 were available where only 2 were, but that was as soon as I left I just checked the Ionity app and it said only 2 were available. So and the car sat nav said the same thing. So actually it was just that someone had just rocked up right before I got there. So yeah, which is an unpredictable thing, but it happens. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how the camera's working. Hopefully the quality's a lot better of video and audio as well. And yeah, everything seems to be going really well. Let me know if you've got any questions. I'm going to go to a BE.Ev charging hub as well. And what I'll do is I'll put one big video with everything in, with the chargers, the en route footage, the garden, and then the BEV, and then going home. But I'll also do 2 separate ones of like a normal video that I've been doing of the Ionity charging hub at Alnwick, as well as the BEV ones separately. So I'll just put them out so that if you just wanted to watch a quick short one, you can, rather than the whole thing. Okay, right, I'll see you in the next one, guys. But yeah, it's nice to know I can trust the Hyundai sat nav and that works, and that the availability works really well. And it's, to me, it's fairly important to have that. I think that just sort of like saves a load of hassle, because I don't have Apple or Android Auto in this reliably, because the cables keep breaking and stuff like that, and it just stops working. So it is nice to know that the car has just got all that built in, and it's saying at the moment that the 3 out of 4 of the BEV hub are available too. So let's get there and let's find out if that's true. Okay, right, let's pause. Right guys, we're about to pull in to the next charger. So we're just approaching the A1M, and we're going to pull into this retail park where there's a home base, a go outdoors, Sainsbury's as well. But yeah, there's no Sainsbury's chargers. So yeah, I think we turn right here, whereas we'd be going left and under the road to go south to Newcastle on the way home. Oh, someone's upset about something. If you've got any dash cam recommendations, then do let me know, because I've been thinking about getting one. You see like all this crazy driving that goes on these days. Driving standards have gone terrible, and YouTube keeps showing me different dash cam disasters, sort of thinking that one might be necessary. Right, so I think it's in here, and it's right by B&M. So yeah, this is a BEV charging hub, and they tend to be mostly in the northwest, but obviously this one is in the northeast. And they are branching out of Manchester. I think they're mostly in Manchester, but they're reasonably priced. I think they're only 65p a kilowatt hour. They're 60p to me with the Octopus discount. Now, is it straight forward or left? We'll try straight forward. It's somewhere in here. They're not well signposted, are they? Haven't seen it yet. Maybe they're around the back. Yeah, just me not being very observant. Someone's just in one, so let's, I don't know if he's charging or if he's just icing it. But yeah, let's have a look at the availability again on my sat nav as we pull in. Oh, it's an Audi e-tron, so yeah, presumably he's actually using it. Yeah, 3 out of 4 available, so yeah, it says the Audi's charging. Here we go. And we're just pulling in. And there we are. So this is 150 kilowatts, which presumably is shared. Oh, so yeah, if you're sharing it, then you can only get up to 75. But if there's only one there, you get 150. So it sounds like it's not a great, amazing, dynamic charging power sharing, but it will split it to 275s if no one else is there, but if someone comes, then it reverts back to dumb. Okay, right, so let's just check it's all working, and if it works with Octopus Electroverse well. Already I can see a contactless reader and an RFID reader. So I've got my charging card. We'll unclip from the car. Amazing. Right, let's get the selfie stick. Do feel like an absolute nutter still carrying a selfie stick. I'm not used to doing this at all yet, but yeah, here we go. Right, let's go have a look. Smashing. And how quickly can we get the car charging? Right, here we go. So first things first, or what I always do, is do the thing where you get your charging bung out. So this is your Type 2, this is for your CCS. So make sure you do that. I have seen people at chargers not do that and not know where to plug the bloody thing in and think it's not going to work for them. So yeah, right, so that's what we see. So 65p a kilowatt hour. Sorry about the flashing. It's obviously not flashing in real life, it's just the cameras. But off peak, 9 till 7, you use their RFID card, and you actually get this with Octopus Electroverse as well. So we'll do RFID, and then we'll go. Smashing, it's working, and then we'll go for B. Well, actually this says 2 and that says B, so they haven't actually read their own thing, have they? Okay, here we go. So let's plug in. Smashing. And yeah, my tip is lock your car and then lift it a little bit, and then yeah, we need to press start for some reason. So it wants the problems with the this Osmo Action. It only lets you do 5 minutes at a time. Don't know why, but yeah, I think we're starting already. It says starting, please wait, but I can hear the fans are going already, so it's clearly doing something. Is it indrawing air or brushing it out? Don't know, but is that going? It's not flashing yet. It typically flashes. Ooh, we've got some bugs. Not seen that before. Yes, so we're going already. So it wasn't that nice and simple. And so that's the power of Octopus Electroverse. A, I think it's the best mapping app. B, the RFID card's really reliable. And C, if you were an Octopus customer already, you get a bit of a discount. So I don't think it's too bad a place to come if you're going up to Edinburgh, down from Edinburgh, here on the East Coast. Stop at this sort of small charging hub. 75 kilowatts isn't too bad. 150 if you're not sharing with anyone, because there's stuff to do. So let's look at the amenities, right? So there's a Starbucks over here, just beyond the cars, so you can get some food and use the toilet. Actually, there's an M&S food right over there, and a Turnbull's Northumberland farm shop, so that's all right. And if you wanted to, you can come look around B&M or whatever. So if you're bored, you've got stuff to do. I think Homebase might have closed. Has Homebase gone bust completely? So yeah, don't rely on that too much. But if you want a £5 off your charging, then see my Octopus Electroverse code below. I'll see if I can edit in my referral code. But also consider using my referral code for Octopus Energy, because they're a green charging company. They are as cheap as everyone else. They're very price competitive, but they're very green, so they buy renewable certificates for all their energy. They own a lot of renewable assets as well, such as Dogger Bank that's coming online. They've got well, they don't own it, but they've got a power purchase agreement with it. They've invested in it. So that's going to be good. That's coming online this year, next year, and the year after in different phases. And it's very reliable. Yeah, well, that's about it. Yeah, you get 50 quid, I get 50 quid, win-win. So yeah, let's just unplug, because we've shown you this BE.Ev 4-bayed, 4 CCS, no CHAdeMO connector. Now, as for access with disabilities and things, so there's no of the bollards or anything, so they're not blocking you, but let me know if you think you could reach. That's quite high, so this is shoulder height for me, so my arm is straight forward. So yeah, I think that's perhaps a little high, and these things are always a little heavy for CCS charging, but yeah, you do have this little bay, so you can potentially get out quite easily if you're a wheelchair driver, etc. You'd reverse in, wouldn't you, and then your driver's side you could get out here. So that's something to think about that I often don't, being able-bodied and things like that. So let's see if we can stop. So how do I stop this then? So to stop, press to end. Oh, it gives you instructions. Let's have a look. retap the charger screen and retap your card, and then you can pick it out. So that's good. So no one's going to stop you using it. Yeah, and so this is our charging stats. I'm not going very fast because my car's full. Good. And we're all done. Right, so we're on plug and say goodbye. All right, see you in the next one.
So wow, that's been a long one. Sorry, I should get better at editing really, so I'll try and cut that down. But yeah, so now we've covered Ionity at the beginning. We're going to cover BE.Ev here next. And so, well, in fact, we've just done it, but I'll just remind you where we are. So Ionity was here, BE.Ev is there, and then the final message from me is that if you want energy referral codes, then please click Octopus here or see the description down below. And likewise, if you want to try Octopus Electroverse mapping app, here's my referral code. There's one for Instavolt too, who do off-peak charging a bit cheaper. During the day, it's really expensive at 85p, but off-peak is 54p. So use this to download their app, charge for 10 kilowatt hours, and then we both get a fiver. And if you want any second-hand electronics, please use Back Market. I think it's really good, actually. I've got loads of stuff, including my phone from there, and my headphones that I go running with, and the kids' iPads and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, you can get £10 off using this code below, as well as I get a tenner credit, I think, as well. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for sticking around, and do comment below if the sound quality's been a lot better. This is based on my web app. So this will be bad again, but do tell me if you're kind enough. If the audio quality has been a lot better, there is some road noise because the Kona's a bit notorious for having quite a lot of road noise, but hopefully the mic just helps general and out and about and things and makes things better. Okay, thanks everyone.